Welcome to Election Night in America continued as we await the first results from the Georgia Senate runoff between incumbent Democratic Senator Raphael Warnock and his Republican challenger Herschel Walker. Warnock won a plurality of votes in the first round just last month, but did not reach the 50% threshold needed for an outright victory. So he is now in his second runoff election in just 2 years, and tonight we'll see whether Democrats can expand on their existing Senate majority and whether Trump's 2024 announcement will impact support for Walker. Before polls close at 7 p.m., we're going to take a look at results of the last two elections that Senator Warnock has been in. And so here are the results for the 2021 special runoff election between Raphael Warnock and Kelly Loeffler. Loeffler was the incumbent at the time, but lost her 2-year term to Warnock in this race. She was appointed by Governor Brian Kemp less than a year before this election took place. And so Raphael Warnock winning by 2 points in 2021, a 93,000 vote margin, and this victory, of course, alongside the victory for Jon Ossoff against David Perdue, were critical to giving Democrats the Senate majority early last year. Warnock outperforming Joe Biden by a margin of 1.7% in the Peach State. And then in 2022, just this year, a month ago in November, Raphael Warnock ran for his first full 6-year term, and he was unsuccessful in winning that race outright, only capturing 49.4%, not the majority that he needed. Herschel Walker came in very close with 48.5%, Chase Oliver at 2.1%, preventing both of the two major candidates from winning the race outright. And so Raphael Warnock will now try once again tonight to win his first full term in the upper chamber of Congress. And with the race in Georgia outstanding, this is what the Senate map looks like. Currently, Democrats have already won 50 seats, Republicans behind at 49. Democrats have already maintained their Senate majority, the one that they won in early 2021. Republicans now, for the second time in a row, are going to lose the Senate. Democrats, even though they faced a very difficult map, have already won the seats that they need, with that one flip in Pennsylvania, and a victory in Georgia tonight will only expand upon their existing majority. It is now 7 p.m. here on the East Coast, and polls have closed for the final Senate race of the 2022 cycle, the Georgia Senate runoff election between Raphael Warnock and Herschel Walker. And now that it is 7 p.m. here on the East Coast, polls have closed statewide. And currently, we cannot make a projection. This was, of course, expected for a race as competitive as this one. The Georgia Senate runoff is currently too early to call, as Raphael Warnock battles for a full term against Herschel Walker. And looking at the returns that we have so far, Walker has taken an early lead with 44% of the estimated votes in. Herschel Walker leads with 55.7% of the votes. Raphael Warnock behind at 44.3%. Herschel Walker has already reached 735,000 votes. This is expected to be a high turnout election, not as high as it was last time, but still relatively high considering how low turnout can get for some of these runoff elections in the Peach State. And coming to our magic wall, we can see the map there. Herschel Walker leading in most of the counties. Many counties, though, especially many of the big Democratic counties, are yet to report any results. And that's one of the main reasons why Herschel Walker has such a large lead over Raphael Warnock at this hour. So with 44% of votes being reported at the time of poll closings, Herschel Walker has taken a strong lead and is ahead by 11.4% at this hour. And of course, we'll keep you guys updated as more votes are counted. It's now midnight here on the East Coast, and we've been watching the votes as they're being counted in Georgia. 2 years ago at this hour, we had already projected Raphael Warnock as the victor against Kelly Loeffler, but tonight, although we cannot make a projection yet, we may have reached a critical point in this key race. For the very first time tonight, Raphael Warnock has taken the lead against Herschel Walker. Warnock is now up with 50.1% of the vote. Herschel Walker behind at 49.9%. It's taken quite a while, and this is with 83% of the estimated votes in. If Raphael Warnock can maintain his lead over the next few hours as we approach 100% of the votes being counted, we will be able to make a projection relatively soon. However, if Herschel Walker does start to catch up again, we may have to wait even longer, but the race has reached a critical point here. Raphael Warnock, for the first time tonight, has taken the lead, and we now do have votes being counted from every single county in the state, and of course, we'll continue to keep you guys updated as election night in America unfolds. It's now 8 in the morning here on the East Coast, and also, of course, in Georgia. And after 13 hours of votes being counted, we can now finally make a projection for the Georgia runoff. And so with 95% of the votes in, we can now officially project Raphael Warnock as the winner of the Georgia Senate runoff, defeating Herschel Walker. The Democratic incumbent has survived this challenge and will win re-election to a full 6-year term that he'll serve until at least 2029. And so currently Warnock leads with 51.8% of the vote, Herschel Walker behind at 48.2%. Early last night, Raphael Warnock took the lead and has been able to expand upon it as more votes have been counted. And so again, with 95% of the estimated votes in, Raphael Warnock is the projected winner of the Georgia Senate runoff election. And this, of course, means that Democrats are going to expand their majority in the Senate, and Republicans will not pick up even a single seat in the upper chamber of Congress. Democrats 51, Republicans 49. That's the final tally for the 2022 midterms. And of course, Democrats, with that pickup in Pennsylvania, have expanded their control with 51 seats, higher than the 50 they had after 2020. This is a major victory for Democrats as they've defied all odds, winning in Georgia, Pennsylvania, Nevada, and Arizona. And so with all the votes counted, 100% of precincts reporting, this is the final vote tally for the 2022 Georgia Senate runoff. Raphael Warnock winning 51.6% of the vote, Herschel Walker 48.4%, with a turnout of just over 3 million votes. That's record turnout for a runoff in Georgia in a midterm year. Raphael Warnock winning 51.6%. That's a 3.2% margin of victory for the Democratic incumbent, a stronger finish than his victory in 2021. Raphael Warnock has been reelected, defeating the Trump-backed Walker in this runoff election, and so this officially concludes the 2022 election cycle. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you like it down below. If you enjoyed it, comment down below who you think will win between Herschel Walker and Raphael Warnock. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and I will see you guys very, very soon as I'll be creating more content surrounding the Georgia runoff and, of course, the 2024 presidential election.